In this video, we'll be playing American Farming for the very first time. After years of development, it's now available for download on mobile devices. It's currently #1 on the charts for top paid games. We first start by opening a fresh save game on Cedar Creek, the pig farm. The other option is Pine Valley Farms, which is preset for cattle. Before we get to work, we need the proper outfit. Cool shades, jean shorts, and a cutoff shirt should work. We start out with 3 tractors and a combine. The Farmall M pulling the wagon, International 1066 on the planter, and the 1206 pulling the fertilizer wagon. Now there's so much to do in American farming, but our goal is to see how much we can make in the shortest amount of time. We first start in front of our house where the dog kennel is, and this is where we can change our outfit if we ever get dirty. We gave Buster his name and a dog treat, and then we jumped into our starter pickup and livestock trailer. To be a pig farm, we need to get some pigs, so off to the livestock barn we go. Once there with our empty trailer, we go to the buy gate, load up 4 sows as the mama pigs, and fill the rest with wiener pig. The max amount of sows in our farrowing pen is 4. And each will give birth to 6 to 8 piglets. The wiener pigs go into the hog barn and both need to be fed to grow. And if you ever have questions while playing the game, you can use the help menu by clicking the 3 dots at the top of the screen, and pretty much everything will be there. Or to quickly learn something specific, you can run up to the question marks at the location you're at and quickly see what it's about. For implements, we start with an IH 490 disc, fertilizer spreader, Case 955 12-row planter, and a 250 bushel wagon. Spreading fertilizer looks to be the most important step to increasing yields in the help menu. With only 2 small fields and limited equipment and money, I decided to sell the disc as it is only a small yield loss not doing tillage. We now have $41,000 in corn that's ready to harvest. While we hired a worker to harvest our cornfield, we had to make sure the combine didn't overflow. And during harvest on the biggest field, we set the planter on our small one and got him going. In between all this, we had to make sure we fed the pigs that we just brought back with corn feed. Later on, the sows had some piglets and we needed to feed and then transfer them to the hog barn. After a season of harvesting, we now raise pigs that got to 325 pounds, which are ready to sell. So that's how we're gonna make our money: raise pigs and sell during the month of May when prices are at all-time highs. For one load, we got over $5,000. I then spent a few hours live streaming on YouTube, and if you missed it, don't worry, we'll have more coming up. But now we're dancing because we have $53,000 in the bank. I would have more, but the live stream chat convinced me to buy a 3-wheeler, which was pretty fun. Got that fun out of our system, and now our corn is ready to harvest. I'm actually about out of fuel. Good thing we got gasoline at the farm and diesel. That was cheap, $2. I don't think it takes very much gas. Everything's in position, ready to go. Our truck is backed up to our hog barn. Soon we're gonna have some hogs to sell. Now buying the 3-wheeler was a little bit of a splurge, but it's kind of nice to run around the farm with. Come through the human door here, jump in, fire up, and open the door. We even got some piglets, probably ready to switch over to the hog barn too. But right now I have the hog barn completely full, 100 hogs in there. Get the combine started and get a worker. Now that the combine's running, I'll show you what we got going on in the hog barn. So there's a couple of ways you can see what's going on in the hog barn. You can jump in your pickup truck and then hit the livestock icon. You can see currently in our trailer, we have some baby pigs, some wiener pigs, and then here is the barn. They're at 300 pounds, almost full. So once that yellow bar goes all the way full, then they are ready to go. Our barn capacity is currently at 100. I'll show you some tricks on how I'm going to even make more money than we are right now. But if you can keep the barn at 100 pigs in there and get them fully grown, that is a lot of money. But the issue is you got to make sure you have feed. You got to make sure you got enough corn. And that's what we're doing right now, making sure that we don't run out. Keep them going here. I have not made any upgrades or new purchases besides the 3-wheeler for the farm. So after this season of harvesting, we're on the big field right now, and then the small field we're going to sell our 100 hogs, and I think we're going to probably make some upgrades. I think our first upgrade will either be a bigger wagon or this field right next to us, which is about $70,000. So after the season, we should be just about enough money to buy this field next to us, which is a lot of acres. Make sure we unload that feed in there for them. And this is what I was talking about. This field right here, this one we're harvesting is 4.14 acres. This is 1.91. This one's 7.22, so $73,000. I think we'll be very close to being able to afford it. One of the most important things is paying attention to what month it is. Currently, it's June. If we go to the market, then select pork. If we could sell our pigs right now, it would be a pretty good time. But unfortunately, as the time goes on, it's going to go down and down. So we might have to wait a whole nother year till we can sell all our 100 pigs. There should be a batch, about 20 out of the 100, that will be mature here very shortly. So we'll sell those. It's nighttime now and we got the field all harvested. We'll bring in this load for the pigs here. We're going to go through the night and harvest this field too. Fields now need a fertilizer application. You can come over to the co-op and we're filling up with some fertilizer, nitrogen. So we're at the ye old mill. This is on the top left-hand corner of the map. I end up filling the buggy full because whatever we don't use, we can come back and return without any cost. Then there we go, we're spreading it. And we aren't going to do any tillage. You can spread this before planting, a little bit after planting. Then if you go to the map and the fertilizer option, you can zoom in on your field and see what you're doing. You can see right there our first little pass. The corn's yielding so good that our combine gets full before I can even come around to it. Some time has passed now, and some of our hogs are 325 pounds. So we will load this into our trailer. We still have a little bit of capacity in our trailer now once we unloaded the baby pigs back into the hog barn. We have 90 slots available in the barn. Some of these, again, are 300 pounds, but then some that I just put in are gonna be a lot smaller. We got done harvesting the small field and now we're ready to throw some more fertilizer on it. The cart is done over here. We're using the Farmall M. It's kind of fun if you raise, it's a little scary, but if you raise the front loader and you have the cart there so you can't really tip, and you can what do you call this, 2 wheels, maybe 3 because there's 2 in the front. It's pretty fun. You can go a little crazy. Planter's ready to go now. We're gonna take the 1066 out, narrow front end. Love it's got the old rollover protection with the canopy. Super nice. And if you ever run out of seed in this, it's the same place you go to get fertilizer, all that kind of stuff, down at the co-op next to the pallet. We'll open up the planter, drop her down, and get it unfolded. The nice part about the AI is anywhere on the field, you can literally start the field, hit headlands, and do the rows all at once, and then it'll go. So if we went out into the middle of the field, face backwards, whatever, it'll still, and it should come back and clean up this little spot because I was, again, out in the middle of the field. That's the nice part about this game. The AI is so good, you don't even need multiplayer because we have literally 2 people running. I can run around and go do other stuff. But after harvesting both cornfields, if we go to storage, I ran out of spot in the hog barn to put the corn. So now we put just shy of 1,000 bushels of corn in bin number 1. So as these hogs start to feed their corn, right now they're full on feed. But once they start to eat it all, I can then take it from the bin and give it right to them. We're done spreading fertilizer. Both fields have a pass of nitrogen and then P&K. That's probably the cheapest and quickest way to increase your yield. Now you don't need to put fertilizer out there, but your corn, soybean, or wheat yields are going to be down because of it. The P&K will last 2 years or 2 seasons, and then nitrogen you need to apply it every single year if you want it to count. I want to start cleaning up the farm a little bit. All we have right now is the planter running, and we only have 1 planter in 2 fields. So once they're done with the big field, come over, knock out the small one, and we'll see how fast it grows. Some time has passed now. The corn's planted. Let's see what our hogs are doing. Looks like we got quite a few that are now 325 pounds, fully mature, and we got a full trailer. So perfect. Let's go to market, then pork, and see what prices are. They aren't terrible, so I'm actually going to go bring this in. The prices can be better, but I don't want to wait a full year. So we're going to bring in what we got that's fully mature. Then we're going to wait a whole year and sell the rest next May. We're getting to town. You know you're close when a bunch of buildings start popping up, some co-ops, some sheds like that. So it'll take a second to get used to the map for sure, but after a while playing, you'll get it like the back of your hand. And watch out, you can take out the speed limit signs. Move it or lose it, 55 mile an hour. Fortunately, our starter truck can only go 50, so I guess we aren't speeding. Here's the moment of truth. We're coming in to sell. Hit that button right there. Hit sell all. Here we go. Each one's going to be 216 bucks. We got $4,970, so almost 5,000. Here's the trick I'm going to tell you. So we brought in 17 pigs, and so there's 17 available slots right now at our hog barn. If I come here, instead of having sows and have to move them over, I'm just going to swipe to 17, purchase. Yes. And that way, whenever I leave, I don't have to mess with sows and bringing them back. They aren't that expensive by buying it from the livestock farm, and we'll make sure that our barn is always full, and the only thing we have to worry about is keeping them fed. So we made it back. We will unload all those 17 are in there. Go back to the barn, and I actually think if we scroll all the way to the bottom, yeah, a lot of them are very close to being full weight. And then there are 2 right there. So these 2 pigs that are fully mature, when they still eat the corn, but they don't grow. So you want to make sure you don't have a bunch of those in there. Here's a couple more, 325 pounds, load them up. And now we want the pigs to grow as fast as possible, not have to wait around. And if you ever want your corn or crops or anything to speed through really quick, go to settings and hit 100x. Now, after waiting a couple seconds, they are fully grown. We will fill the trailer completely full. Keep loading, loading, loading. Now our trailer is full, and then we go to market. It's not going to be a good time to sell. The price is coming down. So we're going to wait a full year until April, May timeframe and sell our whole entire building out. It's now May. We got a full load of hogs, Buster's in the bed, and we're going to start trucking. You can even see there the corn's ready for harvest. So that, we actually went through a full season there. We're at $60,700. Let's see how much we have after trucking. We made just around $20,000. I'm on my way down to the real estate agent's office. We're going to buy this land. We made it to Tom's Farm Realty. Jump in his office, sign some papers, and get this baby bought. I made sure to bring my checkbook. So here it is. We're going to buy this field. It's right next to us. $73,000. This guy's for sale as well for $68,000. But I kind of like this field. It's a bit closer. Maybe a little better shape. 7.22 acres for $73,644. And let's purchase. We got her bought. We only have $7,000 now. That's what you gotta do. You gotta buy the land, then we can farm it now. We're gonna be able to raise way more pigs. And I also said we're gonna upgrade the gravity wagon. I think that's one of the more important things. So we'll actually sell the one we have, and then we'll go to dealership. Now let's check out grain handling. So a Kill Bros wagon, the max capacity that holds 325 bushels is $5,000. We only have 11,000, so it's gonna take a lot more money to buy one of these. So we'll just a little bit of an upgrade. I think it'll pay for itself. Now, unfortunately, the 3-wheeler doesn't have a hitch on the back. That would be awesome if I could pull this wagon around. I actually think the utility 4-wheeler does. Let's check that out real quick. Yeah, the utility ATV, you can see back there. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a hitch. It's a bit more expensive, but if we bought that, we could use it to pull things around. And so one of the best ways to move your equipment across the field super quick. It's not cheap, it's not free, but I'll show you here. Go to equipment, scroll down, and then whatever you want to bring down here, you can hit tow. And we're actually going to use a starter truck because we can pull it pretty quick. It'll cost $50 to tow it down. Then now our pickup is right next to the dealership for whatever piece of equipment you bought. So it saves you a little bit, but it does cost you $50. We bought 7 acres and we got a new wagon. Today worked out pretty good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Comment below how American farming is going for you guys. If you're ever having issues, you can contact support@squadbuilt.com. And if you want to support the game even more, the best way you could do it if you're on iOS or Android is go to the App Store or Google Play and leave a review, 5 stars, and a rating as well. That would be really appreciated. It looks like currently the game is #1 on the App Store for paid games, which is awesome to see. But 3 years of hard work by the Squad Built team sounds like it paid off. Thank you guys for watching. We'll have more videos to come. Yay.